Hey, I'm Eugene Ramirez. It's 5:22 and big news from TV Land this morning, so listen to this.
Now, decades later, I talked to the guys here at CNN, and I told them I'd like to end Larry King Live, the nightly show that this fall and CNN has graciously accepted to agree to, giving me more time for my wife and I to get to the kids' Little League games.
The legendary Larry King pulls the plug on Larry King Live after 25 years on the air. Insiders say it was Larry's very own decision, but he won't be leaving CNN. He's going to stay on board working on CNN specials, and this is pretty interesting. He actually wants to focus on sports stories. Larry recently reconciled with his wife after a divorce filing. CNN says that they expect to make a decision on his replacement in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Paper or plastic? Wax, please. Kim Kardashian is getting her very own wax figure. KK recently posted a blog pic of her booty getting measured and asked fans to guess why. Well, the secret is out. Her behind and everything else will be reproduced in wax and put on display at Madame Tussauds in New York City. She says now she'll never have to leave the Big Apple. How nice. And Lilo just won't go. Lindsay Lohan may be coming to a TV screen near you, the horror. Her mother, Tina Lohan, told the New York Post that the family has already started filming their new reality show, and it's going to feature Dina and Lindsay's 2 siblings in their daily lives. Mama Lohan wants to prove that they are hardworking people and that they don't live crazy lives. Lindsay will be featured in just some of these episodes. Who you won't see is Papa Lohan. And Twihards rejoice. The latest flick from the Twilight Saga is here. Eclipse opened just hours ago at midnight. It's expected to be one of the biggest 4th of July weekend movie openings in history. Needless to say, don't expect Toy Story 3 to hang on to the top spot at the box office for a 3rd week in a row. Toys are no match for werewolves and vampires. Plus, they don't make teenage girls scream. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Here's Dave.
Hey, thanks, Eugene. By the way, just what the world needs, right? A Lindsay Lohan reality show.
I cringe at the idea of seeing Lindsay Lohan again. You know, haven't we had enough of her?
But what's ironic about it is that when her mom says that they want to just show that they're not crazy and that they're hardworking, does she not know the rules of reality TV?
I think Lindsay should have stopped when she did The Parent Trap.
That was 10 years ago?
That was plenty for me. That was plenty for me. Hey, it's 5:23, and here's what's happening in Hollywood. Actor Jeremy London is taking his mother and his brother to court because he claims they're granting interviews that are damaging his career. I didn't realize he had one anymore. The former Seventh Heaven actor filed a lawsuit Wednesday asking for a permanent injunction against mom and bro, banning them from giving interviews. He says these are also getting in the way of an investigation into his alleged kidnapping in Palm Springs earlier this month. People.com says the hearing is scheduled for this morning. Something borrowed, something blue. After walking many red carpets recently, Avatar star Zoe Saldana will be walking down the aisle. Her spokesman said she is engaged to actor Keith Britton, though no other details were shared about the union. Lesser-known Brittons had roles in Cold Case and As the World Turns. And Twilight at midnight equals huge bucks. The latest Twilight Saga flick, Eclipse, shattered box office records, bringing in $30 million at its midnight nationwide opening. The previous record of $26.3 million was held by its predecessor, Twilight New Moon. Remember this guy? Yeah, of course you do. No, he did not get arrested again. He's actually making a comeback. Paul Reubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, is teaming up with producer-director Judd Apatow to bring Pee Wee back to the big screen. Variety reports that the movie would focus on a road trip and a gigantic adventure. The secret word of the day is, really? Yeah. Apparently, Lady Gaga is good for business. Listen to this, that controversial Rolling Stones magazine cover we showed you last week, it's selling copies big time. Here's the cover again. Sources tell PerezHilton.com that the magazine has sold 200,000 copies in just days. That's nearly double the sale of any other issue this year for Rolling Stones. The cover features Lady Gaga and her now famous gun bra, and it got tons and tons of media attention. Good looking ladies there. Well, listen to these stories because they will definitely have you talking around the water cooler at work this morning. Police in Lakemore, Illinois say a 30-year-old woman fell out of a 3rd-story window and landed on her parked car. Wait, there's more. Then she walked into a neighbor's house where she took a 2-hour nap on the couch. And it was that neighbor who called 911 after finding her on that couch. Could you imagine? Well, the woman was taken to a local hospital. The police chief says that she wasn't suffering any life-threatening injuries. And a wedding on aisle 9. A Wisconsin couple who met in a grocery store decided to exchange vows in the very same spot where it all began. They met last year in the liquor aisle. Marty Zarnecki, an employee at the Kopp's grocery store, provided some customer service to Denise Irvine in a very special way, and the couple hit it off from there.
I was working in the liquor aisle, and Denise came in. She was going to buy her wine, you know, and we started talking.
Oh yeah, why not? Something different. I'm not a normal person. I don't do things traditionally.
The grocery store officials say that this is the first wedding to ever take place in one of their locations. All right, listen to this one. A raccoon caused a ruckus in downtown Memphis. It is described as acrobatic and mean-spirited. The furry felon short-circuited a switch that left parts of Memphis, including 2 hospitals and the newspaper, without power for more than 5 hours. About 8,000 electric company customers were affected by the power outage, but the furry felon was no match for the emergency generators. The hospital's power was restored within just seconds.